Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. Rhypi here. Welcome back to Rhypi Talks. In this episode, we're going to talk about stress, Volume 1. Because, like with many topics that I have a feeling we'll be doing part 2s at some point. So, we've been talking about this word throughout. But I figured today be a day of just kind of reflecting on the current stress I have and what stress means to me and stuff like that. So for me, it was the case of that stress can be emotionally stressed, physically stressed, and mentally stressed. Right now, I'm kind of feeling more mentally stressed because I want to have a full-time job, so I don't have my mom or my sister. I want to say parents, but I know my dad wouldn't want me to be this stressed either, besides my mom, even if he's no longer with us. And tomorrow's going to be a rough day for me to say the least. But yeah, just a lot of things that I've been thinking about and then want to talk about. It's like, without explaining too much into why I don't want to teach, but sometimes it was the stress of the emotional and mental at both jobs, where long story short, there was times when I felt like I could do stuff to reach students, and then was told I was doing too much, and that felt like I was kept on being a teacher that people what my administrators didn't like, because I was trying to connect to everyone and just make sure that they didn't felt like they was being left out. But I'm trying to keep it as vague as possible because I still don't feel comfortable talking about it too much. But and why in my other teaching job, I didn't try to really build connections with my students at first because of how it happened at my previous school. And then by the time I kind of started trying to do it, I felt like it was too late. And the weird thing was that the ones who respected me or told me that I helped them in some way before I left and really appreciated me, even if I didn't feel like I was doing a good job for them as a teacher. And it was part of the reason why I don't want it to be where we do things. And give me a second, I'm hearing my dog bark. Apologies for the barking. Sorry about the barking, everyone. That had it where we had a delivery and it rattled our dog a lot. So because I wasn't expecting it, so I was really distraught. So I don't know how much you guys heard of the barking. Hopefully not too bad. But back to the stress. That right now I never currently feel physical stress, but stress by myself, in a sense where I self-impose my physical stress, but because of my mental and emotional stress, it starts making my shoulders hurt because me putting all the weight on my shoulders / back, as the phrase go, but for me it physically feels like that. So that's why for me, I keep telling you guys that I want to find a full-time job. It's just so I don't have to worry about starting to have the physical stress, because it hasn't happened yet, because I've been making stuff for you guys and it helps me not think about the physical stress at all. But I know eventually it's gonna happen if I'm not able to find something, but I don't want to feel like I'm taking advantage of people. And really, my dog is barking again. Sorry if you guys are hearing it. But I hope that throughout all of this that you guys are having fun. Sorry about the meeting. I forgot I was muted. But at the end of the day, that stress can come in many different varieties, whether it's physical, mental, or emotional. And sometimes it's a combination of all three, like how it was for me before I stopped teaching at the moment, because it started feeling that way. Because I'm the kind of person that tries to give people a couple of chances as best as I can, and to help them as best as I can, and try to give them goals and that they can attain, and things that they are able to approach and stuff like that, because not everyone thinks about that when they're teaching. And I know a lot of people enjoyed that about my class, that yes, it was about math, but sometimes it was about me trying to give them life lessons from time to time. And I try to do that no matter which school I was at. That I wanted them to think about things that aren't just in the classroom. But I know sometimes people didn't always like me doing that, because I'm a math teacher, not an English teacher. But for me, I knew that if I just talk about math, it would just be that it goes in one year, out the other year, and they don't want to learn it, like how has happened in the past when I stopped doing it. And some of them, they get frustrated themselves because they can't learn it. And for me, it's just a case of me trying to work with everyone that I can. And why I wanted them to come to tutorials so they can get that better understanding. Whether it was because they didn't want to, whether it's that they was too focused on sports or other things, or that their parents didn't see the value of tutoring either. That for me, I'm just like, I don't want to just pass the student, just pass them, because that's how some people felt like they had to do things to appease the parents or appease the administrators and stuff like that. And I know throughout all my journeys, it's a frustrating thing, to say the least. I can be as helpful as I can, and maybe at some point I'll share my story of teaching and why I don't want to teach right now. But it could be that if I went to a different state, it could be if I went to a different town, it could be better, but no guarantees. That it's just one of those cases. It's just frustration / stress that makes me not want to teach, and why I want to be a recruiter or data analysis or other positions out there that I can use either my teaching skills, math skills, or a combination of both, or a combination of stuff that I've learned how to do, like being able to slowly learn some programming knowledge, or the case that my music is helpful in some people's companies, but I know that's not 100% that I'm the best musician out there, because I know there's plenty of good musicians out there and a lot of people who can program games faster than I can. Hence, I've been working on a game, but I haven't even finished the first town, because I've been slowly trying to incorporate different things and not just one thing, and it hasn't been fleshed out because of it. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of things that we can say about different things. There's different things that can be interesting, to say the least. But all in all, yes, I have stress, but I don't want you guys to be stressed out because I'm stressed out, and why I try not to share too much of the stress level wise, because I know it's worrying some of you guys. And I'm not going to name drop who's worried about it, because that's not who I am. But I do appreciate everyone who's worried about me. But this is why I keep saying to myself, I need a job. Because even though I have a part-time job, like I talked about before, it only pays 7 or 8 hours a week at most, and I don't want it to be where I'm depending on just that, or depending on donations and that job and stuff like that, because I don't want it to ever feel like that you guys have to pay to see content. Why I keep being unsure how I want to do things with the membership stuff. So I know a lot of people want me to do it because they want to support that way. I just don't know what exclusive content I'm going to do yet, because some of the ideas I've been having, I'm just like, that sounds better on a talks channel, sounds better on the music channel, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I just am trying to do the best I can for myself. Help my mom and sis when I can, our dog and cat when we can, stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, we have to be able to support each other and hang out / chill out as much as we can. But at the end of the day, I said this again already about the end of the day thing, but remember, you got this, guys. That no matter the stress level you have, that you got the power to do what you need to do for yourself. Just sometimes it may take longer than others, like how it's doing for me. That's taking longer than I expected. Does that mean that won't happen? No. It just means that you just have to keep pushing yourself and be surprised when things work out, when things go your way. But always think about things as best as you can, because we can stay positive when possible, but as someone quoted on one of the Discord channels, don't feel fake with the positive, because you don't want it to be where you feel like you're just grinning at something instead of saying what you truly feel. If you need to vent and you need to relent, or release how you're feeling, let it be how you need to do it for yourself. But I know on here, on YouTube or Twitch or Kick or TikTok or other things, that's not always easy to just vent and have to worry about people either complaining that you're seeing things in the wrong way, or doubt what you're talking about sometimes. But at the end of the day, that is your decision of what to do. And remember that no matter what happens, that you're in charge of your own journey. That some of our journeys, yes, depends on what happens with everyone else around us. Some of us, we are the cause of everyone else being good. But the important thing is to stay positive for yourself, but also when you do need to be negative, reach out to your friends and loved ones and stuff like that. Like, I'll probably be doing that at some point throughout today, trying to reach out to some, but I don't know for sure if they're available, and I don't want to be inconvenience for them. That is just one of my inner struggles right now, going back to that topic. But with the stress wise, everyone has some level of stress, but hopefully not many of us have the physical stress where it's weighing on us or making us hurt bones wise, whether it's teeth, whether it's shoulders, whether it's back, and other things. We all are going through something, some more than others and some less than others, but we all can feel like that we can relate to others. Some of us, when you hear a story at first, you don't think you can relate until you hear it again. You're like, wait a second, why does that feel similar or sound similar? And we think about it, whether it's our own stress or we heard someone else talking about their stress. But in the comments below or in chat, if you guys are still in the premiere, write times that you've felt stress, or if you're currently feeling stress. If you need to vent it out, leave it in the description. I mean, not in the description, in the comments below, and let's help build ourselves up and cheer ourselves on so we don't feel the stress by ourselves. That we're better together, as the phrase goes that a lot of people use. But keep in mind that you can be you. Just don't stress about things as much as possible, but there's going to be times when you will have stress, even when you don't want it. Hope everyone has a good morning, afternoon, evening. This has been Rhypi Talks, talking about stress, Volume 1. Until next time, remember you got this. And don't forget to breathe. And maybe at some point I'll explain what don't forget to breathe means to me if you haven't heard that phrase before. See you guys next time. Peace.